What's up, you guys? So I'm just doing a mukbang. I just ordered my lunch. I just got out the shower. That's my hair is wet. And I'm gonna do a little story time with you guys. Let me tell you what I've ordered. So I got some pho. This is a spot that I found in my new neighborhood that I really like. That's the pho. It's rare beef tripe with it's like brisket. It's like brisket basically. Yeah, so I had to warm it up already. That's the beef. I got Vietnamese iced coffee. I'm gonna need it because I'm gonna go to the gym later. And then I also got fresh rolls as an appetizer. Love them. I forgot my chili peppers. All right, so I got my chili peppers. I love these when the pho is not, I don't know. I'm in the mood for pho. Normally I don't get pho when I go out to eat pho. I'll get like bung ryu, which is like the crab soup and stuff. I'm just opening this contents. I'm gonna put some bean sprouts in. Ooh. And then I do like to put this stuff in too. The herbs. It's like so good for you, right? Okay. So just setting up my pho. You guys, I can't multitask, so let me build my bowl and then I'll get into the nitty-gritty of the story. Okay. I need this heat to melt down usually I'll cook the bean sprouts into the soup while it's boiling if I do takeout, but for the sake of the video, I wanted you guys to see how I make my pho. I don't put lime in it. I don't know, I'm not really a fan of sour in pho. That's a little sauce. I may or may not use it. Let me take a sip of the broth. Oh yeah, this place is so good. I'm just so happy I discovered it because living without pho, I don't know. It just does something to my spirit. It just warms me up. I could eat pho like any day of the year. In the hotness of summer, I swear. It's not hot in Toronto right now. So I'm just adding this Thai chili peppers. These are just some that I had at home. Usually like certain places like in Toronto, they'll add the chili peppers into the little packet of veggies like this thingy, but they didn't, they don't, I'm in a predominantly neighborhood, so spice is not a thing, I guess. Alrighty. So as the title suggests, this story is about my experience with a friend I made in university. I literally only made maybe a couple friends, like less than 5 friends in university. I went when I was much older. I had already had my son at this time, and I studied psychology. So just giving you the background information. So I gotta give this girl a name. Let's call her Ashley. I don't know. So I met this girl named Ashley. I thought she was so pretty. She kind of reminded me of like SZA, like old control SZA with the big hair. And we quickly became friends, We took a lot of we were in the same degree program. This is like the peanut sauce, so good. Our sauce is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know how good of an idea it was to record a mukbang with a story time. I don't really want to chew so loudly. But anyway, the story is really, really juicy. So Anyway, so I made friends with this girl. She, we took a lot of similar courses together. I lived close to the school, so I invited her over before. She met my son, you know, things like that. And what's it called? So fast forward is probably the 4th year into the program. And so we decided to celebrate birthdays like a little bit close to each other because she's in the end of like mid-May. She's like a Taurus and I'm a Gemini and I'm at the end of May. So I go to her birthday first, you know. She has maybe like 3 friends that showed up that I didn't know, and then myself. She had one friend which she was friends with apparently since kindergarten, and all the other friends were like much like they're like exchange students. Like Ashley was really into like Asian culture. Okay, so she decided to do her birthday at like a place downtown. I forgot what it's called. It's like a mansion or something. They have different floors. They have food on the first floor and then like clubbing bar lounge on the top. So I met her after dinner. I don't know why. I don't remember. It was so long ago. So you know what? I think I have to do this story time when I'm not eating, because like this is really good food. Yeah, let me just like enjoy this a little bit. And then I'll get into the story time. I know I don't mix it. I just want to dip it. I don't know. Back to the story. So she has like a few friends. I show up. They're sitting along the bar like this. It's like a counter like this by the bar. They're all just kind of sitting there having their own little drink. Like for me, I'm older than them. They're all like right out of high school, so like a few years older. I'm a few years older. So like for me, like, you know, if I'm going to someone's birthday, like I'm gonna at least buy them a drink or something like that, especially we're at a bar. So I asked her like, what's her favorite drink? She says tequila. I'm like, oh, let's get Patron shots, you know. This was like 6 years ago. Okay, guys, this is before Casamigos. So Patron was a thing for tequila. I buy it for her, you know, make her feel nice and stuff. And then, what's it called? I think we're having a good time, you know, she's loving it. And then we go, I think the end of the evening, this is her birthday. At the end of the evening, I drove, they don't drive. She asked me if I could drive her like across town. And I'm not like, no, like I just didn't want to. She had other plans and she wanted me to drive her and her friends to go somewhere else after. And I kind of like, you know, I politely said no. Like we walked up to the car, I got a parking ticket. It was like $60 and I was like pissed, right? I mean, it has nothing to do with anybody else but me, but it's not like I'm in the mood to drive somebody across the city when I'm going the opposite direction, right? So anyways, she's like, I think she was pissed. Whatever, like what can I do? Like I'm not your best friend. You know, I'm literally just like your school friend. You have all these other friends. I literally just came to the bar thing. Anyways, so fast forward now like a week and a half later. She doesn't say happy birthday to me on my birthday. We had plans because she was gonna go to like the anime convention or something like that. So she like just messages me in the morning, hey, like can I still come over, you know? after the convention. She lives in Brampton at the time too. So I say, yeah, of course. And then she comes to my house much earlier than everybody else. For me that day, I think I just had plans at like a taco space, like a really cute like taco. I live like Midtown Toronto, so they had a lot of like good food spots. So I went to like a taco spot, and that's where I was hosting like my dinner, and then like people could just come over to my house after. So with Ashley, I told her she could sleep over because she lived in Brampton and she's much younger, you know, like I just want to take care of my girlies. So anyways, so she comes over to my house much earlier than everybody else. And then she basically like comes in. She's not really like friendly, but I don't really take it in. I realized this much after, like when I like rethought of the events that led to the situation. So she, you know, she's just like, hi, you know, that kind of vibe. But I didn't notice it. It's my birthday. I don't give a, you know, I'm in my own vibe. So then anyways, so she comes, my other friend, she comes early, you know, she's beautiful. This girl's like kind of like awing over her, right? Which is fine. Like, you know, I'm a girl's girl. I'm gonna empower my girls. So anyways, so now we go to the taco place. She's there earlier before everybody else. She's kind of to herself. Mind you, she didn't say happy birthday to me. I already said that, but I'm just, you know, that's crazy. So anyways, after the dinner, I had a boyfriend at the time too. So after the dinner, you know, I had a good like 20 friends that came. I just have a big circle, close friends. A lot of them are in relationships. So like, you know, they come in pairs, whatever. And also like my friends, we grew up in the church together. So that's kind of where we're close, from when we were like 12 years old. So anyways, we go back to my house. Now we're like drinking, you know. I've never seen the side of her, but she starts playing like Suki Hana and stuff like me and my friends, we would jam to like old school R&B, maybe a little bit of dance hall, you know, but she's like, let me play the music. I'm like, okay, girl, you know, sure, type of thing. And she starts playing like really ratchet music. She's twerking. All my friends are like, okay, girl, like, you know, because we're all the same age, right? I'm probably the youngest one out of them. And they're just seeing this young girl. Oh my God, she's my university friend, you know, like cute, you know? And then anyways, end of the night now. I remember I told you she's sleeping over. And so she goes into my room. I have a 2-bedroom, one for me and my son. My son wasn't there. So she comes to me, she's like washed up. She's like, and I go to my room and I see her setting up to go to bed in my room. I have a boyfriend. I'm sleeping with my boyfriend. It's my birthday. My house, what? Okay. So she's like crawling into my bed and I'm like, girl, like I'm sleeping in my bed. You can sleep in my son's room, you know? Oh, my boyfriend's gonna sleep with me. And she's like, okay, right? I'm like, okay, like, anyways. So she goes into my son's room, whatever. I'm in bed with my boom. It's hot. The AC is in my son's room, like the controlling thing. So he goes, I'm like, can you go adjust the AC? Because like I'm hot right now. So as a good boyfriend, he goes into the room. She's in there. It's a small room, mind you. It's like, it's really small. So yeah. So anyways, he goes in real quick, turns the AC on, comes back in, whatever. And then now I pass out. Okay. Like literally I was drinking, I was tired, long day, pass out. I get a call at like 7:30 in the morning. Okay. This girl, Ashley, calls me crying on the phone, literally crying on the phone. Like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then I'm like, what? I was so confused. I had just woken up, right? Like she woke me up and I'm like, where are you? Like, are you not? She's like, no, I went home last night. And then I'm like, okay, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And then she proceeds to tell me that last night, my boyfriend came into her room and woke her up under the blanket. Mind you, it's a single bed, okay? So apparently my 6'2" boyfriend went under the blanket while she was there and said, I want to eat your... And she apparently freaked out and was like, no, stop. And then he like kind of laughed and left the room, apparently, right? And I was like, what? Like, beyond perplexed. Because like, first of all, like, what? So then, and then she proceeds to tell me that he came back in the room again and tried to seduce her and do whatever with her. And then I'm shocked. My man is sleeping next to me right now. He's passed out. So I'm like, what is going on? So then I'm like, let me call you back, girl. Like, let me call you back. And I hang up because I'm like, this is very confusing. I've been with this man for a while. I know he loves me. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't dare do that because I'm not the one. Anyways, so I'm like, wake up. What did you do last night? He's like, what are you talking about? And I told him that everything she said. And he's like, oh my God. Like, he literally was like, oh my God. He's like, sorry. He was like, are you serious right now? He's like, no. And then I'm like, what? I was like so confused because his response was so nonchalant. Like, what the heck? Like, please let me go back to bed. Like, this is not. And he's very much like that. He's very much like, when something is very just out of this world, he just really just tunes it out and very much like, this has, like, he's very much like, if it doesn't involve me in any way, like, no thank you. You know? So then he's just like, you know, whatever about it. So I'm so confused. So then we continue on. I'm like kind of freaked out, whatever. And I'm so upset. I didn't call her back because I was just trying to get my thoughts together, trying to piece it together. My friend Billy, he was in the living room. So he was still there. And I'm like, what happened? Like, I just got a call. She's crying on the phone telling me that he just seduced her and like tried to like, you know, do whatever he needs to do to her. And then he says, like, I know she just left in the middle of the night. Like, I asked her if she's okay. And he said, yeah, like, she's going. So, like, that's the story Billy told me. Like, she just left, said, I'm good. I don't want to sleep here. Like, I'm going to go home. So, okay. And she wasn't crying last night. Apparently, she came and sat with him for a bit and then just left, you know? So, anyways, I'm, like, freaking out. Now, this is, like, throughout the day. Like, I'm up now. Definitely up. I can't go back to bed. So, I'm, like, talking to my boyfriend. I'm, like, are you like, I can't trust you right now. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a girl's girl. So if I'm hearing a girl say this, like, I'm gonna have your back. But at the same time, like, I know this man. Like, I really do know him. Like, we don't really keep, like, when I'm in a relationship, we're pretty much like I know a lot about you. And, you know, like, I'm a psychologist. So anyways, like, and it's crazy. Just like, you know, you could just tell when someone's just so unbothered. So he was just very much like, you know what, like, I'm just sorry that you're falling for this. Like, you know, he wasn't as like spicy about it, but he was just like, you know, I just feel really bad that you're believing this enough that you're bothered. Like, I feel really upset that this bothers you when it's not true, type of thing. And I'm like, well, can you just tell me it's not true? He's like, of course it's not true. Like, you know, like, what? Like, right? So anyways, I hadn't spoken to her because I'm just like contemplating all day, like, what is going on? This is like the craziest thing I've ever heard. So then I get a call at 9 p.m. that same day. So like I said, I hadn't called her back. I get a call at 9 p.m. from a girl. She's like, hi, this is the police. I'm just calling in regards to, oh wait, sorry, let me backtrack. So I get a message, I think through Instagram, where she was just like messaging me like, I'm gonna report him to the police, you know, blah, 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 right? And I'm just like, okay, like, I don't even, honestly, I don't remember, but there was some messaging between us and I don't remember. So anyways, I get a call at 9 p.m. Saying like, this is the police. I have your friend here. Ashley is here. She's reporting your friend for sexual harassment. And I was like, what? Because first of all, that's not my first encounter with the police. Okay, best believe I told you I am not the one. So the fact that you're calling saying this is the police, girl, if you get a call from the police, they say, hello, this is department, York Regional, Toronto Police Department, you know, like they state who they are, why they're calling, I'm detective, etc. You know, they don't just say, hey, this is the police. Okay, so like right off the bat, I knew this was some fishiness. So then, and I'm like, excuse me, like, and then we got to a part where we were arguing. You know, like, how do you argue with somebody? Like, it was not the police. Like, you just know. I just know. Maybe you know, but I knew it was not the police. So they were like, this is the police. You know, we're calling in regard to this. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, are you being dumb? Like, are you stupid? Because now I'm getting upset because you're trying to play a fast one on me. So she's like, what are you talking about? This is the police. And I'm like, no, you're not. She's like, yes, I am. Or something like it was really that ridiculous. So I hang up and then I look at my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God, like this is the call I got. And I'm like, what the heck? He's like, see, like he was so unbothered that day. Like, and I was going through a mental anxiousness. It was crazy. But you know, that's one thing I did appreciate about him is how much calmer he was than me. Like, and I just knew, like, when I was freaking out, he was the calm one. And you need that. He was a Virgo. So anyways, I texted the girl kind of after saying like, hey, like, what you do? Like, I don't remember what I honestly, this is the worst story time, but like, that's it. I texted her after, I blocked her and never saw her again at school. And that was that. And I just chopped up too. She's probably jealous of me because I have more friends than her and I didn't want to drive her. Like sometimes you don't get closure. And I think that was my conclusion is that like, she was just mad. Cause like, why else would you try to do that to somebody? Like, you know, and to be honest with you, after that situation, I don't really make friends because I was I thought we were friends for like 2-3 years. I brought her to my home. I brought around my son, you know, so I really just don't make friends. I don't feel the need to be friendly. It's kind of sad. It's a little bit of a nihilistic way to see the world. But you know, it is what it is until you can prove otherwise because people will stab you right in the back, say what they want to say about you, and you can do nothing about it except move on. So I'm living my life happy. I don't know how she is, probably crazy and psycho still. Anyways, thanks for my story time. I'm gonna eat finish my food. It's really, really good. Love you guys.